Okay, let's add me. Let me give you the stream, the YouTube stream. This one. Here's my YouTube channel. And I want to take. Why can't I see?
Are you recording yet?
Yeah. But
okay, then answer my question, please.
No,
I waited long enough for you to answer the question.
No, it hasn't begun yet. I'm waiting for the signal to come in. You can see that we're still waiting for. Okay, that's good. No, but I don't understand. Why can't I see myself on the left? Where this room is Corgi room 18 plus.
You should be able to see yourself on the left. I don't know why you can't. I can see myself on the left.
I usually am able to see. Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right, Bimmy. I'm going to the dialogue for Volo right now. Do we have our next step? Oh, camp. We're supposed to be doing camp right now.
The maximum number of invites have been generated. Oh, there's.
Oh shit! We killed Minthara.
All right.
I forgot we fucking killed Minthara. I forgot about that shit.
Okay.
I fucking suck.
Commander.
I wish we could like make her good. I wish we could like make her a good person.
I also wish that, but
I like fucking sucks that we can't make her a good person. You know, when she gets broken out of the mind control, she's still evil, right? Also, Mr. Slave, by the way, I'm not talking to you because I'm not interested in you complaining. I'm still waiting for you to answer my questions, so don't take this like me talking about the game as a way for you to run away. I actually still want you to hurry up and answer my fucking question.
Okay. So your question is, what should the age of consent be?
Yeah. What should the minimum allow? Bimmy! 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 I just realized what you did. You're a child. Or I guess you're not. You're like you're a fucking loser. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Maybe Mr. Slave will start getting excited. Look, Mr. Slave, do you have an answer to my question or what?
I mean, you agree that I don't think there is anything else. I think maybe with voting, we just allow an age. So you come to an age and we give you the right to vote. With a car, you have to pass a test and be of an age.
I'm waiting. I'm hoping that at some point the rambling's gonna end and you're gonna answer my question. I mean, where's Halsden? Where is he? It said Halsden was gonna be in our camp. Did we fuck up and not talk to him? Like, we don't talk to him in that first Tiefling camp?
He shows up when we end the current.
Oh, then it does like a cutscene thing.
Let me ask you, Mr. Commander of Synth's Defense. So, what do you think?
I don't have Mr. in front of my name, so I don't know why you're referring to me that way. But go ahead.
What do you think my answer is? Because I see you're.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. It seems like before you were implying. Maybe I can pull up the video again. I haven't seen it in a little bit, but it sounded like you were implying 14 or 15 in the video I was watching.
Let's start.
It sounded like that's what you were implying, but I don't know why we're talking about what I suspect is your answer. Instead of me suspecting your answer, you could also, just like tell me. You're like, here, you have a mouth. You don't seem to be very good at using it, but you can use it somewhat. So I'd recommend just using it to answer my question.
Look, I honestly don't have my own answer.
Okay, then let me ask you a narrowing down question. We'll do inclusion to exclusion cases. Do you think a 2-year-old can consent to sex?
I don't know. I mean
theoretically, you don't know if a 2-year-old can consent to sex.
Like, imagine in the future we're able to accelerate the growth.
I don't care about it in the future. We're talking about right now. Do you think a 2-year-old who is alive today or alive in the near future, like in the next decade, is able to consent to sex? Is that a thing you believe?
I mean, imagine a 2-year-old with a super high IQ, a really, really intelligent 2-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah. So imagine, like, you can have a conversation about anything. They're super duper smart. They've read everything. they're they got their multiple PhDs already. So
Oh, so what you're telling me is if they're intelligent enough, you think they could? You think that's the only standard that you need that's sufficient is them being intelligent enough?
I mean, you tell me. So you tell me that. I mean,
I'm asking you your standard. Why would I tell you your standard?
let
You're
me
the one
let me
making up
ask
the
you.
standard right
Let
now.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
I've already asked you 4 fucking questions and you haven't answered a single one. How many questions are you gonna keep asking me and just not answer my question? Do you think I'm gonna ask the same question again?
I don't have an
Do
answer.
you think a 2-year-old
don't-
can consent to sex?
I'm trying. Look, I'm trying to.
You're not trying anything. Just answer the question. It's so easy. The answer is no.
How do you know?
Say no.
How do you know?
Why is it so hard for you to say
Wait,
no?
Okay. What do you base? What's your evidence?
Wait, to clarify this. So to clarify this, do you have the position it's wrong?
Wait, are you going to present your evidence?
I'm gonna present my evidence for a hypothetical answer to a question I've asked you 6 times.
Wait, you
Why
just.
the fuck would I
you-
present evidence?
What do you mean? So you're just guessing the answer? So you're flipping a
I
coin?
gave you a possible answer that you could give. You could say no.
Yeah, I could.
Is the answer yes?
Wait,
Mr. Slave, is the answer yes? You think a 2-year-old can consent to sex?
I'm asking. Okay, you said no. I said I don't.
Yes, you were asking me a lot of fucking questions. You've asked me like 6 questions.
Look,
I've asked you. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. You've asked me more than 6 questions. Holy shit! I've asked you 6 questions, and you haven't answered any of them. Just answer one. Just answer one question. Do you do me a favor? Just answer one question.
I answered many times. I don't know.
No, you did not. Can a yes or no? Can a 2-year-old consent to sex?
I don't know. You tell.
You don't know. You
Yeah,
don't
neither-
know if a 2-year-old alive today can consent to sex. You're
Yeah,
unsure?
Well, you don't know either. Otherwise, you'd present your evidence already. Present your evidence.
So, do you want evidence that having sex with a child caused them psychological harm? Is that what you're asking for?
But that's a completely.
Hello?
That's a completely different question.
What are you asking for evidence for?
Whatever you said that the answer is no. I'm asking you.
I said the answer could be no. Why are you asking me an answer for a possible? Look, the way this is not going to work is I'm not going to ask you a question 6 times. You're not going to not answer my question. I mean, maybe I could just play back the video and just ask you if you stand by the things you said in the video. Because in the video, you weren't doing tactical skepticism. You weren't like, I'm unsure about what he should be. You weren't doing that. You were not doing that in the video.
Yeah, play the video.
Let me see. The one fucking time I got a message, his name bro.
Yo, I cannot take those like super, what's it called? Immature people. So I had to go to the mature chat, you know?
Shut the fuck up. Break you out of
Timmy,
here.
what's the username of the person talking about going to the mature chat?
Bimmy.
Bricked up. Right, got him.
Bricked up. There it is.
Oh wait, it's Mr. Slave.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yes. Yeah, we're waiting for.
You're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
FR, TBH, NGL. Oh God.
Yeah, but I'd still mop the floor with all of you combined on any topic.
Jeez.
Cap. You say that every time you lose a debate. It's like your catchphrase for losing. Yeah, I definitely won that one.
Put another mark on the belt, boys.
Батя наш
Бандера.
Бандера,
Бандера, пошел нахуй, пошел нахуй.
Oh yeah, by the way, for all the mods, if you didn't know, the Russian intelligence have infiltrated the Discord server, and they've been
Hello,
trolling
students.
and making a rush.
Welcome to class.
Yeah,
Wow,
the Russian intelligence have come.
that was really noisy.
Yeah.
Wait, so
It's okay.
you, so any one
До
of you,
свидания, товарищ.
so any one of you
Hello.
thinks you've ever, I ever once not mopped my floor with your face in a debate? What was the topic? I'm curious now. There
I'm
is
pretty sure a churro could out debate you, bro.
really. What do you mean? You sure?
I said I'm pretty sure a churro would out debate you. Like a chip.
What is a churro? I
A
don't.
churro?
Yeah. What is that?
A potato chip?
A potatoes chip can out debate me.
It's like a cinnamon. It's like a cinnamon. Like,
His ego is like.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't think any human in the known universe can out debate me at this point. I have completely and thoroughly
Shit,
mastered.
the narcissistic delusions of
You're-
grandeur are
okay,
real.
let me get this straight, Mr. Slave. So you're the master debater?
Yeah,
Ah,
absolutely. I mop the floor with everyone's face. Everyone's face is good for my floor, for my nice shiny floor. Any one of you who wants to debate me on any topic, including the age of consent right now, my floor needs to be
Sure.
cleaned. It's always a good time to clean my floor.
Mr. Slave, what should be the age of consent?
Please do not take the bait. He has spent 30 minutes sitting there avoiding the question itself, just trying to pivot like it's not worth it.
yeah. Oh, yeah, you're Mr. Debate, bro. Why don't you stand on your position? Say it with your chest, nigga. What should be the age of
That's
consent?
weird.
When you say should, what do you mean by should?
Okay, Mr.
Well, just
Bill
pick a number,
Clinton.
man. Just pick a number between like 10 and
Define-
20.
No. Define should.
He's gonna pull he's gonna pull Bill Clinton. No, it depends on what your
No,
definition of the
Tiger,
word
you're missing the
is.
entire point. It's very simple. He asked about what your stance on the age of consent was. He never actually committed to a position. He never made a proclamation about his own stance, which means that he is entitled to just sit there and ask you questions, and it's going to
Exactly.
rhetorically be sound for his position because he's not actually committing to anything. You took the
No,
bait. It's very simple.
He's just a reactionary. I get it.
No,
That's
it's not a
why I asked
reactionary
him, man.
position. It's a baity position. He's doing the basic out of all the basic strategies. He's just pulling a Socrates on you, and you're not even noticing.
No,
No,
I'm not
no,
a sophist.
no. I don't respect Socrates. I don't use his name.
You're engaging in sophistry,
No,
Mr. Slave.
No. Whatever answer.
Respectfully, you are.
No,
The
listen.
justification for how you're engaging in sophistry is the
No.
fact that you're
No,
only
no.
sitting there and asking questions
No.
instead of consistently and definitionally engaging with the current legislation on the issue that you're bringing up.
No. I mean, we could honestly ask questions. We could do that, and maybe that's what we should
Yes,
do. Fine,
you're
fine.
allowed to ask questions.
That's fine.
I'm calling it sophistry because you're not meaningfully engaging them.
Look, so whatever answer I give, you give, anyone gives, the follow-up question must be, what's your evidence? Right? You
If
must.
you're wanting an evidence-based discussion, yeah, sure,
So-
right? But you must also acknowledge that some of these answers are not evidence-based, right? It
How can
does
I-
not seem
That's
like the current age of consent, for
Then you have
instance,
just
is
Hello,
fully
Saveli.
embedded
Was
in
unmuted.
evidence.
You have just contradicted yourself. What you're so
No, I did not, because I didn't commit to a claim.
No, yes, you did. So your definition, look, an answer that does not need evidence, that's not an answer. That's meaningless air.
No,
Yes, absolutely.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Like,
If there's no evidence-
surely you would know that you can justify something without the
That's
use
called
of evidence.
That's called evidence. Fine, justification.
No, that's called justification.
Okay.
There's a reason we have a
Then
distinction.
fine. Then you have to tell me by what justifications are we? Let's discuss the justifications and let's come up with an answer together. What justifications?
No, thank you.
Oh, so you're refusing to engage. That's called losing a debate.
No, I wasn't debating you. I was explaining and showcasing to the room exactly
Fine.
what your operating style is.
What do you mean? You're
My goal
refusing,
has been fulfilled.
refusing to engage. You're showing the room that you're refusing to engage. You're helping me mop the floor with your face. It's good. You're refusing to engage. And it's
No,
Yes.
I showcased your tactics.
What? I'm saying let's have a discussion. So in order for me to have an
You're sea
answer-
lining.
I don't know what that means. Look, in order to
Yes, you do.
I don't know what it means. Please explain.
Would you like to know what it means?
Sure, why not? not? It's nice. Sounds like.
You're insisting on a debate where there only was meant to be a statement.
No. I don't mind. I don't mind. You don't want to debate. It's fine. I'm just whoever wants to debate it or discuss it or entertain. Or,
Yeah, okay, so now you're retracting your former statement that this was a discussion?
I
It
don't
wasn't.
care.
It never was.
I don't look. I don't care. I honestly, I'm look. The only reason.
Big black guy came in your ass as you fell asleep.
Look, the only reason I spoke about cleaning my floor is because some.
I know why you spoke about it. It's rhetorically sound in response to what you were dealing with earlier. Now, are you going to make a proposition about the age of consent yourself, or are you going to sit there backlining in your reclined chair and saying, "Hey, I'm just waiting for you guys to like have a civil discussion about this issue," because that's the only thing you do. I've seen your debates before. They're not entertaining. You're barely even exploring the topic.
Mm-hmm. Wait.
I don't know why you can't just answer the question.
I'm trying to explore the topic.
No, it's fine. Like you can ask him the meta question, right? We can ask him the meta question of, "Hey, are you wanting to engage with a numerical discussion of the age of consent at all?"
Yeah.
Or is that not a qualifier for you?
I'm willing to discuss anything. Period. Anything, including the age of consent.
Yeah, fantastic. But that doesn't discreetly answer my question. I'm asking you discreetly, hey, is the number discussion in terms of age for the age of consent discussion something that you're willing to engage on, or are you simply refusing to engage it?
Not refusing. I'm trying to have the discussion. I'm trying with all my powers to have this discussion.
If you wanted to have the discussion, you would have answered yes. You're dodging. Now answer the question.
But what do you mean answer the question? I'm willing to have a discussion.
I asked you a question. Are you willing to discreetly state, right? That means clearly in a concise and unambiguous manner, say that yes, you are in fact seeking to discuss the number value in the age of consent legislation in, say, i.e., the United States.
Sure.
That's not a yes. That's a sure.
Yes.
It's a yes or no question.
Yes. I answer.
Oh, great.
Yes.
So, what's your position
Cool.
on the
Okay.
age of consent?
Is that your motive? Is your motive to have that discussion? Yes or no?
What do you mean? Is my motive to have this discussion?
Are you seeking to have that discussion, or are you simply stating that you're willing to engage it?
I'm recording a YouTube video, and you know that.
I am very well aware of that. Now answer the question.
What's the question?
I already stated it. You can go back in your recording to look at it if it's so important to you that you're recording.
You said, am I?
Is it, Mr. Slave? Is it? This is the question. Is it your intention to have the discussion about the numerical value?
Yes. I'm interested. Let's discuss it. Sure. Why not?
Okay. Then initially, I think it fair for you to answer Commander of Synth's Defense Force's question from earlier. What should the number be?
I honestly don't have an answer. Honestly.
You're agnostic?
Cool.
Am I agnostic? I honestly, I have never thought about this. I mean, what?
Oh my god!
Wait, hold on. This is also like another easy tactic to like bunk on, right? Because to say that he doesn't have an answer is also to state that he's not agnostic about it, right? If he was agnostic about it, he would have said that. But he's actually just refusing to engage with the question, contradicting his former statement that it was in fact his intention to engage with it, right?
No.
If he wanted to say he was agnostic about the issue, then he could say that he was agnostic about the issue. But he deferred to actually no, he doesn't have a stance on it, which is like, okay.
Look, I never thought about this. This is not part of.
I mean, you have discussed this previously. It is very evident from all of your previous recordings that there are recordings where you have discussed this before. You are remaining inconsistent, but sure, for the purposes of this debate, you may be presumed to be completely void of any former knowledge. Even if you were to be void of former knowledge, you must have some basic understanding of what age of consent means. Are you willing to explain it to the recording what your current understanding of age of consent legislation is and how it operates?
Look, are you gonna allow me to speak a little bit? Because I let you speak freely.
Of course.
Okay.
It's not about who gets the most speaking time. It's
All right,
about
Jimmy, I
actually
had to change
engaging
my
with what's
eyes.
being
We can do
said.
the cutscene now.
Okay, so let
Wait, what?
let me say something. So
I changed my eyes.
So as far as I
Okay.
remember, I mean, the last time I discuss, I usually it's in the recordings, you can see it. I usually disagree, and I don't want to discuss the age of consent. And whoever even asks me in the chat, I block them usually. So I
Yet you chose to opt into this discussion.
Let me
Are you
talk.
going to own up to it or
Let me
not?
talk. Let me talk. I did not interrupt you. I let you finish all the way through. So please stop interrupting me.
That is true.
Yeah.
I will not.
Yeah, please. So look, and I always give the reason whenever I'm honestly asked, why do I refuse to talk about this? And therefore I refuse to think about it because I'm busy at work. And then when I do my debates, it's whatever topic, but I never discuss the age of consent. So why don't I discuss the age of consent? Well, it's because, you know, the last time I discussed the age of consent, not that I discussed what the age of consent should be, that I don't remember ever discussing or thinking or entertaining, or I never in my life thought about this, what it should be. I don't even know if I care, but there's certainly never, you'll never find a quote of me saying what the age of consent should be. I don't think so. I have had a show or shows where we discuss the legality, the morality, the whatever of the age of consent and stuff like that. We just reviewed and we read and we looked at and we analyzed people who spoke about it this way and that way. But I never in my life honestly thought about it. And even now, I wouldn't know where to begin to think about it. So if you want to talk about it, we can have a discussion about it. However, the point is, why do I usually not want to talk about it? It's because this discussion, it's raising my adrenaline, and I don't like doing that. I don't like being put on the spot and being forced to answer. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I am taking a break from my hard work. I want to relax. I want to have a nice discussion about the meaning of philosophy, the meaning of the number one, the meaning of the plus sign, the meaning, what is inside, honestly, a black hole. Can we ever know? Is God knowable? I want to have very, very relaxed conversations. And when I have conversations with people who are intense, I always de-escalate and I always bring it down, and I always want to make it really a curious discussion. And one second, let me just finish.
If that was the case,
Let
Mr.
me just finish one more. Really, the most important thing. So it's not just the intensity, which I don't appreciate, because I want to have a relaxed day. I don't want to raise my adrenaline. I don't want to start sweating in my hot room. So the more, I would say, maybe one of the most important things is that people then come after you, and people make videos about you, and people write
This
things.
is so boring.
Let me finish. Let me
Jimmy,
finish.
let's go to debate room.
Let me finish. So, and then people write stuff about you, and people tell others.
Oh, you're yapping too much. Everyone left.
That's fine, and that's fine. So that's one way to win a debate. You know, so if this is how I win a debate, that's fine. My floor will be as clean as always, sparkling clean.
It's not clean, but I understand the tactic that you're using. You can stop now.
No,
There's
I'm not
no
done.
audience
I'm
to
not done.
appease.
I'm not done. So I didn't interrupt you. So finally, anyway,
You said that your most important point was already made. That was your previous point, and now you're moving on to the final point. I understand the rhetorical tactic here of just wanting to filibuster, but finish this point, please.
Yeah, I'm trying. I did not interrupt you. Stop interrupting. Look, I just want to talk about this last point. That and then, you know, anyone who tries to look me up, the answer right away, oh, he's a pedo. There's videos about him. Oh, is Mr. Slave a pedo? Pedo. I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. There's no reason.
You know, I'm well aware.
What?
This is not a new reason not to want to discuss the topic. I understand your unwillingness to engage in such a polarized debate that causes so much prejudice whenever it happens.
Yeah.
This is However,
just
not
one
something that
more-
will be able
honestly,
to
just
stop you. Like,
one
you're afraid of
thing.
clip farming. I get it.
No. Let me just one more thing. So what changed this week is that Dr. Disrespect got outed, and Destiny and HQC, CQH, HQC, whatever his name, CQC, you know the
XQC, yeah.
XQC, and XQC had a debate. And Destiny, and XQC was trying to claim that Destiny is a pedo. Usually, Destiny is the one who claims that Hassan and Sneeko, whatever. No, not Hassan, but Sneeko is a pedo. That's usually. But this week, it's Destiny who's being accused by XQC that he's a pedo, insinuated. And but Destiny stood his ground and had a 2-hour discussion about the age of consent. And at this point, I said, you know what? Maybe I should try this again. And this is why I'm here. I'm here because, maybe it's time. Maybe the universe, maybe humanity is a little bit more relaxed after the trans, and the what is a woman and the Me Too. Everybody is much more relaxed, and DEI is coming down. And
The fact that you're even associating all of these things makes no sense to me.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just I don't know what happened, but the fact is that something happened, and Destiny's able to talk about it. And look, the mob is not coming after Dr. Disrespect, which is incredible. I don't know how this can be, because if just a year ago, I was accused of being a pedo just because I was discussing the age of consent. Not discussing what.
Okay, so I mean, are we done with the because I don't know how smart you are, but it seems to me that either you're smart enough to know what you're doing, or you're not smart enough to know what you're doing. So which is it?
No, I'm being completely honest. If you don't think I'm honest,
Yeah. I wasn't questioning your honesty. I was questioning your tactics. Are you doing this to placate to your audience, or are you doing this to cover your ass?
I don't have an audience. I'm recording this for the future of mankind. There's 0 people watching. Oh,
Yeah, there is going to be an audience eventually, right? If
No.
not, the recording itself is
Yeah.
pointless. So I'm asking you again.
Yeah.
Are you recording this for the
Yes.
sake of the recording? Are you saying this for the sake of the recording? Or are you saying it because these are genuinely things that boggle your mind? Because if it's important contextualization to say why the debate itself is super hot and stingent, that makes a lot of sense. What doesn't make a lot of sense is you spending the better part of more than 10 minutes on it. Yes, there exists a current context wherein it is frowned upon, even socially stigmatized, and people that even discuss this topic are very quickly attacked and losing in stature.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that the debate itself is not worthy to be had.
Well-
It concerns minors and their well-being, so we definitely should be allowing such a discussion to happen. It's just that whenever such a discussion is happening, it typically shouldn't involve normies, because normies don't know jack shit about debate and they disrupt it. And whenever the arguments that are being presented in this debate are allowed to be biased, and those biases influence people's brains, the train of thought necessary to have this discussion properly becomes interrupted, and they jump to hasty conclusions. That's the nature of this debate. So I understand why you're afraid. I am also afraid of that exact same reaction, even though it's an important legislative problem. Personally, I think that it should be a mix between physical maturity and intelligence and emotional maturity.
Wait, can I?
So I think there should be 2 tests.
Wait.
The first test should be one
Can
of
I ask
physical
you-
capability, and the second test should be one of whether you understand the interactions of
Wait.
consent and what that plays out with.
Wait, I wasn't listening. Can you mentioned that it involves minors, and therefore it has an extra importance. Can you clarify?
Yeah, no, it's a basic principle that we as adults and as people that are helping people come into the world, right? They're growing up from from like being children, they don't have political power. They're an underrepresented class. It is our duty and moral responsibility
Hold on.
to advocate for the needs of these people because they can't do it themselves. And we need to do that with the utmost respect and carefulness.
Okay. So a crime is being committed against minors that they. That,
Nope.
yes.
Never said so.
Yes, you did. So they are.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
So, yes, you did.
Do not misquote me. I
No.
never stated that there's a crime being committed against minors. Never, ever related to this discussion.
You don't understand. Let me explain what I mean. So you're saying they are underrepresented.
You don't get to misphrase me or paraphrase
Sorry,
me. If you're
okay,
going to
sorry,
quote me, do so
fine.
verbatim.
No problem. Sorry. Okay, listen. Look, you said it's a class that is underrepresented, right?
Yes.
That's a crime.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Like youth is also underrepresented in politics. It's not a mandate of representative politics that they must be represented via parliamentarians or representatives that are of their same age. It is simply a fact of the matter that there is not a lot of sympathetic people to these causes in like positions of political power. Like, that's just an overarching fact. I wasn't making prescriptions, I was making descriptions.
Right. So I'm saying that's a crime. I'm making a description.
That's not a crime. It's not against any law. Criminality concerns what is within and without the bounds of law.
So we're having a legal. You want to have a legal discussion?
All discussions are legal.
No. I've never had a legal discussion. Maybe
Legality discussion, you mean? Whether or not an issue itself should be legal?
I never have. I mean, I usually don't talk. I mean, my discussions are usually philosophical. I try to dig deep into philosophy.
Yeah, but what informs law should be philosophy.
That's fine. I don't discuss law. In general, I don't discuss law. I don't even believe 1 + 1 is 2.
With due respect, you can't be a philosopher and also simultaneously not be concerned about the application and implementation of those ideas. Then you're not a philosopher.
That's a good point. We could debate that. I'm not sure you're right. We can open a side discussion.
I will concede, there are definitely cases where you can philosophize about it without thinking about implementations or whatever, right? But I'm not interested in discussing those topics. I don't think that it makes for interesting discussions if it actually has no variable impact.
Look, let's look. The question is, if you want to have a legal discussion about the law, we could do that. We could, but that's a very, I would say.
I've made a simple statement, right? I didn't even make it as a legal discussion. It's mostly like a principle, because you brought up the need for a test or the need for evidence before. I am playing into that, and I'm stating that we should probably have a physical and a mental test. Both, and we can state that both of those need to be met in order for someone to be able to consent, right? We don't need to talk about what the contents of those tests are. We can simply state that the principle itself is better because it's, say, more adaptable than
the question is
the fixed limit of an age limit.
Look, the question is, right? I don't have the right. Let's say me and you were alone on an island, like 2 Robinson Crusoes, right? It wouldn't make any sense for me to dictate to you anything, right?
No, but that is the nature of reality. The moment both of us are competing about one thing or another, we must by necessity engage in violence against one another, be it political, philosophical, physical, etc., right? Every action we do by necessity removes someone else's impact to some degree. It's a battle, it's a war, it's a fight. You cannot move away from that. We must by necessity, in order to exist, exert our force unto the world and others.
Right. Okay. So you could say that me and you, as 2 Robinson Crusoes on a lonely
if there's only one tree with food on
No.
that island and there's not enough food for the both of us, we must fight.
Yeah, I agree. Look, but the point I'm making is that if there's just two of us in the universe, alone on an island,
I find this hypothetical to be weird and unrelated.
no, the question is the philosophy of law. Who are we to say that anyone can or cannot have sex? Who are we? As what? What?
The reason why we did that was like there are reasons for why we're preventing traumas, and that's also the historicity of said implementation of law, right? Like we implemented the law for the quote unquote betterment of children, but that law itself also places restrictions on children who otherwise might, like emphasis on might, not saying they are, but might be mature enough, but they're being limited by law.
So let me
right?
ask you. So
It's like say if I am like analogy is if I am old enough to, I don't know, like drink water without someone else holding my bottle, then I might have been able to do that like before that age limit of a hypothetical law. But that doesn't mean that it's something that's like allowed, and maybe it's even criminalized and
let me ask
punished
you.
if
let
someone
me
allows
ask
me to
you-
do that.
Let me ask you this. So let's say there is a little girl that plays with herself.
Yeah, masturbation is not illegal typically. Depends though. There are some like places where it's so frowned upon that it may as well be.
Would you say it's a crime against humanity to prevent the girl from playing with herself?
I never stated anything. I don't know why you're asking this question. I also understand. I also think that you would be committing like a lot of other issues if you're monitoring children to the point of like monitoring them whenever they're like in situations where they could be like playing with themselves. Makes no sense to me. Like that would be a massive breach of privacy.
No. Let's say they're doing it in public.
I mean, depends on like the indecency laws, I guess.
No.
Personally, I'm like more of like a naturist about things, so I don't really give a shit about that type of stuff. It's just so that so long as it's not abusive, it's typically fine.
Okay, so let's say a little girl enjoys playing with herself. So you're fine with that?
Where are you going with this? Yeah, like I'm fine with you talking as well. Like, why should I not be fine with some action that is being performed that's only impacting the person themselves?
Let's take the two extreme cases. So you're fine with a little girl playing with herself. Of course, you're not fine.
Yeah, be it a boy or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about I'd rather talk about a girl. It's this. I think it's.
I don't think that it should matter what gender the subject has. If it does matter, I call that into question, and I find it scrupulous.
I don't think anybody cares if boys get raped. I don't think that society gives.
It's not about whether society cares. This is a debate between you and me. We are not conforming to society's expectations by definition because we're discussing a sensitive subject.
What do you mean sensitive subject? Why is this subject different in its sensitivity?
You already you literally explained it in a 10-minute tirade that you were complaining about people interrupting you about.
Okay, hold on. So no, really.
So I defer you back to that point about 10 minutes ago.
No. But so you wait. But hold on. Let's start from first principles. Would you say?
No, you don't get to redefine the scope of the debate by appealing to first principles in the middle of it. But when I caught you in a problem.
What are you talking about? Look, you gotta let me
play dumb all you want.
What?
Either you are dumb or you're playing dumb. Which is it?
Look, I'm enjoying.
Answer the question. I will leave the discussion if you don't answer.
If you leave, then you're refusing to engage, and your face.
No, you're refusing to engage by shifting the goalposts of the discussion. You have virtually conceded by changing the subject.
You said it's a sensitive topic.
What did I say before that?
Well, I don't remember. We were talking about many things.
All right, then you're not paying attention, and I'm not interested in having this discussion with you. For the record, please pay attention.
All right, everyone, and we mopped the floor with everyone in the room yet again. Yeah. It's so easy to mop the floor with people's faces. It's always good to have a clean, crisp, crystal clean floor after you mop it with your debate opponent's face. It's really, really good, really good. All right, Joe Q. So you're saying this is going to be a clusterfuck. So good luck, Mrs. Slave. Yeah, but apparently it's not so bad. See, I was listening to Destiny and I saw Destiny is fine with this topic and they didn't come after Dr. Disrespect. So I think for now, it might be a good time to rehash this lovely topic. Maybe, maybe it's time to talk about it. All right, I think I'm gonna go now. It was a short debate. You see, people are afraid of this topic. It's good. It's good. I'm so happy I recorded it. I didn't know where it would go, but I see that it went to good places. They ran away because I basically I don't want to say I refused. In the beginning, I was sort of refusing to answer the question because, they were pushing me with my back to the wall, and I don't submit to terrorism. In general, when I'm being terrorized, I stop functioning. I refuse to be a slave. I refuse to do as I'm told. I will not do as I'm told. So they were trying to force me to give an answer, and I was and then as I was trying to see what the limits, because I was sure as soon as that they were going to kick me out right away. So I was trying to play around with an answer, and then I started noticing kinks in their armor. I started noticing that they're not going to kick me out, and they're just start with no. I refused to be terrorized. I will not answer. If you force me to give an answer, then I refuse to answer. I will not answer under pressure. That's one thing I refuse. I'm an intellect, and I will not be forced to give an answer. Because and then reduce it to 17, 364 days, and 11. Okay, I mean, I could, right? That's one approach. Yeah, we could start with some legal, and then I start asking them, let's reduce 1 second, and let's reduce it. Of course, I mean, there's many ways you can show that the whole thing is ultimately nonsensical. And the whole legal system, the legal system is not even clear what the purpose of the legal system is. Like, why not murder? So you would think, the law to prevent murder, that's so that we have peace. Yeah, that's not true. Because actually, if you allow everyone to murder everyone, then everyone is terrified of everyone, and then you have peace. And when you actually tell people not to murder, you're basically telling people not to defend themselves. See, the criminals don't care about the law. The criminal is not going to be, the police is afraid of the criminal. So the criminal is going to murder. You're not going to stop the criminal from murdering. The only person who is going to be stopped by the law is actually the good citizen, the law-abiding citizen. So the purpose of the law ends up being to cripple the good citizens instead of crippling the criminals. So it actually enforces and invigorates the criminals, and it weakens the good citizens, the law-abiding citizens, and it actually destabilizes society, destroys the society. Now, I wouldn't say that's the purpose of the law, but that is an almost immediate result of the law. The law, people think, the law. No, if you think about the law, I'm an anarchist. I thought about this. So an anarchy is much better. However, in an anarchy, people can enslave each other. I mean, either by consent or maybe against the consent. Yeah, I mean, every system has its problems. So look, it's at least it's so we can say anything. We can say, yeah, age of consent is 90 years old. You have to be 100 years old to have sex. Yeah, we can say that for whatever reason. Who knows why? But the question is, we just have to be clear that the law it's not so clear that it helps. And the law, we need to stress this, that it actually hurts. See, for example, with the age of consent. So Alex used to always say, bad optics, man, bad optics. Why don't you talk to an underage girl? Bad optics, man, bad optics. It's bad optics. That's why he doesn't talk to little girls. It's not that it's immoral, it's bad optics. But if it's bad optics, so that means if a little girl needs your help, you're gonna rethink if you're gonna help her because of bad optics, man, bad optics. So you give a shit about the well-being of a little girl. What you care about is your well-being, and fuck the little girl. And that's what the law creates. The law creates deformities. The law deforms our way of thinking. The law creates evil. I was an anarchist when I was 25, but then I was like, who's gonna build roads, dude? Definitely. And now you have roads. The roads are not completely disheveled. Is that a word? Disheveled? Like you drive a road. All government roads are Jesus Christ help us. They destroy the car. Government roads destroy cars. Anyway, look, I see we have 4 people. Now that there's no one to debate, there's 4 people in the room. Usually there's no one here because, you see, the age of consent is the age of consent. Anyway, maybe I'll start debating the age of consent just to get clicks. Why not? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. It's a very interesting topic, definitely. Oh, yeah, come to my country then. What's your country? I don't know what your country is. Why would I want to come to your country? For what? For the roads? Oh, you have good roads? That's good. Let me know. Let me know what your country is. Anyway, Jack Nicholson. Oh, your name is like Jack Nicholson, but it's with an L. Jelk. For roads, yeah. Wait, your name is Jelk? Jelk Nicholson? Anyway, guys, I see everybody's coming. Why are you coming when the debate is over? What's the point? 5 people live. That's not fun after there's no one to debate. Why don't you join me and we can have a discussion? No? Yeah. Why not? I'm not gonna put you on the spot. Are you afraid? Are you people afraid? Anyway, okay, everyone. I have nothing else to say. If I'm not debating, then it's not as fun to talk if I'm not debating. A debate makes it a million times more fun because then I get to mop my floor with people's faces. Okay, we're down to 4. That's good. So people are leaving. That's good. All right, everyone. Look, I'll try and do more age of consent debates starting from today. I'll see you around. I'm gonna go now. Bye.